Okay. Welcome back to Lenz Comic Corner Classics and Non-Classics. This is episode number 1316, Doubleshot number 1210. This I'm reviewing the first two volumes of Star Wars Legacy Volume 2. Here they are. Yes. The first book here is called Prisoner on the Floating World. The second volume is Outcast on the Broken Ring. Now, John Story has nothing to do with this series at all. This is the second volume focused on a woman. Now, this book is written by one person, and it seems as though it has the same artist the whole series. You have Karna Pradisha and Gabriel R. Hardman who does the artwork in here. The main character of the series is Anna Solo. She's a junker and she's also a Jedi. Like, wait, does this premise sound very familiar? Someone who's a junk dealer and basically has force powers. Why this was partial basis for Rey from Force Awakens. That's my theory anyways. It seems as though one thing I've been noticing though, reading some of the later Dark Horse stuff like Star Wars from Pinewood and this series, it seems as though the current films take inspiration from this stuff for the movies, like in the case of, for instance, ships, the black X-wings from that series, from the subsequent. For this character, they took this character and they put it into Rey. Though people don't notice that. And the thing is, she is technically not a Jedi Knight. Not really, no. She's a descendant of Jedi Knights. Yes, she's a Solo. So that means she's a distant relative of Kate Skywalker. Here's the thing. If you're familiar with any of the characters who were in the original series, they were nowhere to be seen. Also, here's something interesting about this series you might find fascinating. Because she's the main character, she gets all the focus. We don't jump around all over the place like we do with Legacy. We're focused on several different characters, like focus on the Sith Empire. This is all about Anna Solo. It's her series. Which, that was interesting even for the time. When this book came out, just, like, this book concluded, like, roughly 7 years ago. And these two books collect the first 10 issues of this series. Yeah, the series was not as long as the original volume. Oh no, not that long. It was only 18 issues. And this is roughly the first 10. Like, basically this book takes place not long after, like, shortly after the events of this series wraps up. Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of weird though. You have a second volume for Legacy and you don't even feature the original main character in here. Yeah, it doesn't help any of the issues. Also, apparently, the remnants of the Galactic Alliance, along with the Sith Empire, are pretty much formed this sort of this trilogy alliance, this new government, basically from the aftermath of that series. And the other thing, Vong, they explain this in the hardcover book, is that some of them actually regret their actions in the New Jedi Order series. Yeah, they actually regret their actions, and some of them try to atone for their actions. Now, there's a lot of people in the regular Star Wars galaxy who don't like them because of what they did. And I do appreciate they write it that way. You don't see it very much in the series, this one or that other one. Yeah, the Ozing Vong don't really appear very much. Like I mentioned before, the Ozing Vong were the main antagonist of the New Jedi Order series. Yes, the same series that caused death of Chewbacca. In the very first book, we're talking about Moon on him. And also caused death of Anakin Solo. Not Skywalker, Solo, the youngest son of Han and Leia. Yes, who was not a twin, by the way. He was basically just a regular child. Yeah, the first two children they had basically were twins, and then Anakin Skywalker came along later. Yep. Now, basically, we also have the Imperial Knights. Now, in case you know what the Imperial Knights are, they are Force users who work for the Empire. Now, these type of characters were introduced in the books also. They were introduced in the, I believe, the Fate of the Jedi series, where the actual end of the series had Jannah Solo, the only child of Han and Leia to still be alive, to marry one of these people. Yeah. And the way they're mentioned in that book, they're simply put, the Imperial Knights were, for lack of better term, the Empire version of the Jedi, which don't have Sith They're not Sith lords per se, but they're similar to the Jedi. Yep. But that's the first half of the series. It's pretty good. Yep. This is like roughly like a year after the events of the original series, even though this comes out 2 years after the last one. I will discuss my next video of the end of the series and why it ended. Anybody thinking, really? That's why it ended? Yep. But for the start of this, it's pretty good. Got a lot of character stuff in here, and, well, we follow her and her small crew along. Though at the end of the second trade here, she gets arrested for murder of an Imperial Knight. Yep, she does. Which leads to the events of the Volume 3. Get both books a 9.5 out of 10. Yep, so yeah, that's it for particular review. Next review, discussing the last 2 trades of Star Wars Legacy. Okay, this is the video. Bye.